Hi, thank you so much for being with us. We're from the upcoming, we're a London-based company, but we're visiting, although I'm based here.
Very impressive.
Not for you, I'm an actress.
Okay.
So, what attracted you to this film, first of all?
Oh, this is like my third movie at Tribeca, and I'm from New York, so there's really no place I'd rather premiere a movie than at Tribeca. I also literally live like 15 blocks that way, so I walked here and the commute was fantastic. And my whole family lives here, all the cast and crew and their friends and family live here, so when you premiere here, this is like a very loaded audience that I think is kind of game to love the movie and love, the experience. So, yeah, I don't think you can beat it, pretty much.
And tell us a little bit about the film, if you can, please.
Yeah, it's a comedy. It's sort of about a dysfunctional family, but they're pretty functional. I think every family is like dysfunctional. And they're sort of surrounding this beloved grandma the week she's kind of like declining and may pass away. I don't want to give away spoilers. And we see it through the perspective of Justin Long, who's a rough version of me. And he's an adjunct professor, and he's sort of, he gets embroiled in a controversy. He gets in trouble at his college, and he doesn't quite agree with everyone that he did something wrong. And the movie's a debate if he did or not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How did you cast the film? Because obviously you have some great celebrities like Fran and Justin, and I know from the previous film like Jennifer Aniston.
Fran Drescher is an interesting one. She's playing a version of my mother, and my mother literally texted me one day the two words Fran Drescher. I didn't know what the context was, and I realized she was suggesting her, and then I was wildly pissed off that I hadn't thought about it, because it was perfect casting. It was cool casting. Fran and my mom, they're roughly the same age, the same look. They both grew up in Queens, and they have a similar personality, and she's so great in the movie. And then everyone else was kind of like my top choice. I got really lucky. I think once you get one person that you love, it's like a snowball that goes down a hill, and you start getting more and more people who seem to want to do it. And we just chose wisely, and then I would go in and pitch my heart out to those people that I wanted to play those parts. Yeah.
Interesting. For the actors that are watching us, we hear a lot about self-tapes, at least in London, a lot of self-taping is going on. How do you cast, and do you agree with self-tapes? Would you rather prefer someone being there face-to-face?
No, I have a great story about this. I mean, a lot of the movie we did through self-tapes, through, I think Breakdown Services was the website, and people from all over the country would submit tapes, and there was a young actress named Emily Ferguson who has a beautiful role in the movie, a beautiful performance. She was from Alabama, she was 19, it was the most difficult role to cast, and just with her laptop submitted an audition, no agent, no anything, and I know she's here somewhere with her family, she flew out, and I think that's so cool that it's a bit more democratized now for an actor to break through and get an opportunity. And I'm not saying this is the biggest movie ever, but I think for her it's a great opportunity, and I love her performance in the movie, so I wouldn't have found her otherwise. Yeah, so there was a lot of casting like that with this movie, because we wanted the college kids to feel really authentic looking and not look like they were straight out of an acting class, people who just looked a bit more like that you could be walking by them on the street in New York. Yeah.
More real, in essence.
Yeah, I guess so. That's a subjective word, but that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
What was the best scene in the film that you thought, oh my God, this was so good, I'm so glad I did that?
Oh man, that's a tough one. There's kind of an emotional scene towards the end of the movie that I don't want to give away, where the family sort of reunited around this ailing grandma, and it still gets me every time. It was based on my grandmother. Lynn Cohen over there beautifully plays the character, and it was what I sought out to do, and I'm really pleased with it. It makes me cry.
So is there a theme going for the film?
Yeah, I think the theme is empathy, just trying to communicate your pain, but consider the other person's point of view, and I think that's important now. I think it's a very polarizing world with social media, and people like to be right, and nobody wants to be wrong, and I think if you can find some truth halfway in between, it's not the worst idea. So that's the humble offering I give to the world here today.
That's really good, actually. I like that.
All right. I'll say it again sometime. Thanks.
What is next for you?
I don't know, just this. I want to share this with audiences and like talk to them about it. That's exciting for me. This is the first time I've played it anywhere, so I'm nervous, obviously, but I think more than other films I've made, I want to have a dialogue with audiences about it and see how they feel. So hopefully that'll happen in a constructive and positive way.
I think because of the theme, I can see it happening personally.
Yeah, that's the goal. So we'll see. I'm expecting especially tonight, a very pleasant crowd, because we're surrounded by so many lovely people.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for interviewing, and good luck.
All right, thank you very much. Enjoy the night.
Thank you.